It's an error, but it's not an error if you know what I mean. Because yabba dabba do, moving on. So remember, create table is to create a table, and insert into is to insert a record into a database, or a table. Sorry, insert into is for a table, and the values that go into that column, row, you need to put in the values, text, integer, etc. Right, so the alter statement is an alter clause. Alter table is a clause statement that adds a new column to a table. You can use this command when you want to add a column. Add columns to a table. The statement below adds a new column Twitter handle to the celebrities table. Alter table celebs, add column Twitter handle text. Alter table is a clause that lets you make the specified changes. Celebs is the name of the table that's being changed. Add column is a clause that lets you add a new column to a table. Twitter handle is the name of the new column being added. Text is the data type for the new column. Null is a special value in SQL that represents missing or unknown data. Here the rows that existed before the column was added was null. Values for Twitter field. Add a new column to the table in the code editor. So how we do that is alter table in capitals. So alter the celebs table. We're going to add a column on capitals. Can you spell column there? Column on capitals, and it's going to be called Twitter handle, and the data is text. Oh no, that'll need to be uppercase, semicolon. So if I do that and I run it, it should add Twitter handle text. So we want to see that. We'll select all columns from celebs, semicolon, run. So let's see a Twitter handle with null value, null value, null value, null value so far. But we'll fix that in the next exercise. Update statement edits a row in a table. You can use the update statement when you want to change existing records. The statement below update records with an ID value of 4 to have the Twitter handle Taylor Swift. So update celebs, set Twitter handle equals Taylor Swift 13, where ID equals 4. So we want to change that. I'll go into, so update the celebs table, set the Twitter handle, so the Twitter handle Taylor Swift, no sorry, where ID is 4, so it'll be 4 Taylor Swift, and then it'll come in the handle Taylor Swift 13. Update is a clause that edits a row in a table. Celebs is the name of the table. Set is a clause that indicates the column to set edit. Twitter handle is the name of the column that's going to be updated. Taylor Swift 13 is the new value that's going to be inserted into the Twitter handle column. Where is a clause that indicates which rows to update with the new column value. Here the row with a 4 and the ID column is the row that will have the Twitter handle updated to Taylor Swift 13. Update the table to include Taylor Swift Twitter handle in the code editor. So update, can't spell update now either. It's just my one keeps slipping. Right, celebs and set. So set, instead of change it'll be set Twitter handle equals space Taylor Swift 13. Okay, and then, but that's where ID equals 4 semicolon. So let's see if that works. Disney. Use the appropriate clause to change Taylor Swift Twitter handle. Twitter handle. Set. Right, update celebs. Select set Twitter handle equals